Right, so I'm in the garden at the minute, just painting up some unistrut. I'm making my own roof rack. I want an aluminium roof rack made by a mate of mine named Pinky, but the amount of money I've spent on this van, I just can't afford it at the minute. So put the unistrut across the channel of the van, and then I'm just going to put some cross bases across to use for now to support the solar panel until we can afford to have Pinky do his roof rack. I think he's struggling with workshops at the minute anyway, so he can't do his one for a while anyway, so this is a temporary solution. Right, so I'm spray painting unistrut with the truck bed liner. I'm going to make my own roof rack. So, got some unistrut. This is going to be for the rails. I'm spraying it black. I'm spray it now, get it all built up, and then I'll touch it up, anything that's been ground, I think. So what we're doing here, we've got unistrut. We've already put the rails, we used some of the thicker stuff. That's been painted up and put on the van the other day, and this is just turned up. This is the cross rails to hold the solar panel. We'll just use this bed liner, chuck spray stuff. We can give it a coat of that so it's black. Eddie, what are you doing, mate? So you can see they've had a coat. Basically with their stuff, want to be about 6-8 inches away. Spray it evenly, spray on. And let it haze on, then you get that textured finish. Like that. Let them dry and get them fitted. Right, so we're up on the roof, we've already painted. Now a normal socket doesn't fit in this, so I've had to find this bloody old still saw key. It fits in perfect. This socket's too wide. So basically we're putting it all together now with these bolts and then these square nuts that fit inside the extrusion of the thing. Fitting them down like so. See how it goes, and then we can put the solar panel on. So we've got these little unistrut end caps. Put them on the end. Make it look a bit neater. Professional job. Don't ask me how I got this solar panel up here. Wasn't pretty. But got these brackets. They were a little bit too high, so we just cut them down so they were flush with the angle grinder. Again, they bolt in with these nuts, and then these like a square nut that spins, got a leading edge on it there. It spins and goes so far, and then it just tightens up underneath the strut there. Clips underneath there. I'm gonna do the other side now. Bolt the panel into it. That'll never go anywhere. Now you can see the solar panel. It's come from Canada. Company called Canadian Solar. It's a 410 watt panel. Works brilliantly. And now you can see we've put the light bar across the front of the solar panel. Works in well. Right, we're just doing the ceiling now. Young Benjamin's giving me a hand, complaining he's got a splinter.
Cut out all the lights I have.
Basically, we cut out all the lights, mark them out based off the position and the Salatex. And we're fixing this. A lot of people put plywood strips across the struts. We don't bother because we keep extra headroom. And we're fixing it up with these little self-tapper screws, and then it'll all be carpeted over after. We'll tape all the joints. Job should be a good one. Right, so when I'm boarding the ceiling, I use decent quality ply. I only use 6mm so it's malleable and you can form it to the shape of the ceiling. But when I do these corners, I always tape the corners up. So if you can see, I always tape them, and any joins I always tape them up. And then when you come carpet over them, if you're going to use carpet for your covering, you can make sure you get a decent flat surface, then it stops any imperfections in the carpet. If you're going to clad it over with timber or something like that, obviously no need to do that, but I always use carpet on the ceiling. It's nice and quiet. When it's raining you don't get any noise, especially with the sound deadening. So that's just the way I do it. It's working his way around now. Get this ceiling boarded and then it can be carpeted. Right people, it's time to clad these B-pillars. I've tried to get hold of some plastics that fold all the way around, but getting all the Mercedes parts, especially at the minute from Europe, is ridiculous. So basically what we're going to do, we're cutting them out of plywood. We've basically got the bulkhead that's come out and we're tracing around the outside of it, cutting the shape of the outside of that, and then we can place it in place here and then scribe around the outside of the B-pillars. So as you can see, we've cut that piece of wood now so it fits into the door, and then basically we're going to come around the opposite side now and trace around the B-pillar and cut that out, and then these voids at the bottom where it's open for the ribs of the what do you call it, we'll fill them in with a return piece on the plywood. Hopefully it should work out well, and then they can be carpeted after. Same colour as the bulkhead, it'll work in. Right, so we've cut the shape, but we've got these indentations in it. So what we've had to do is cut these indentation shapes out and stick them on. And then obviously where it goes up behind the bulkhead, we've just fingered it up. It looks a bit rough now, but when we slot it in like that, it goes all behind. Like so, and when we carpet that, fix it back, it'll look quite neat. Right, now it's time for carpeting. Just carpet the ceiling. This is a particular task. You're either good at it or you're not. It's one of them things, it takes a bit of patience. You've got to be not scared of the carpet. It will stretch, and if you're quick, when it does tack and it sticks, you can pull it back and re-stick it again. But if you do that too many times, you'll pull the glue off and you need to re-glue. Basically what you've got to do is, I've laid the carpet out. If you notice, I've put a little nick in it there. That's the centre. I've marked the centre on the plywood. It is exactly 2 meters from that point up and over to that point where I want to carpet, so I've got to be really precise. So I need to spray the roof with glue, I need to spray the carpet with glue, and I've laid it out on the floor pretty bunched up so as I can lift it up, place it, smooth it out and work my way around, stretching it into the corners and what have you. If you've noticed, I have put some masking tape on the headliner. The amount of times I've seen on Facebook or places like that, people asking how can I remove spray glue? It doesn't come off easy, so if you're not a real good shot with it, just mask up. I always mask up, and I've got pretty good with the nozzle of spraying it now, so, and I still mask just in case, because the last place you want it is on top of the carpet, because it just won't come off. It'll come off door rubbers quite easy, so don't be too worried about them. I will peel that door rubber back quite easily, just give it a pull like so, and peel it back at the points where you want it to just tuck underneath that rubber. So just work its way. So we'll start at the front and try and you've got to keep that centre line. I will mark another centre line halfway up and keep checking it every time. I've got a centre line that marks on the ceiling all the way down, like, so I can keep it central. Let's have a go, eh? See how far we go. Right, the adhesive, it's got to be high temperature because it gets really warm in these fans and the sun will just peel it off, so make sure it's a high temperature. I always buy a kit so that it comes with, you know, you get the carpet and you get, I think there's 12 cans of glue with this carpet. There's loads of carpet there, enough to do, well, way more than I need. So just make sure it's the correct adhesive. You basically spray this onto the ceiling, then you'll spray it onto the back of the carpet. You'll let it dry so it's touch dry, and then you'll start sticking it. And as you can see, I've just sprayed a small line on the end of the carpet, about a foot or 300mm, 30 centimetres, however you want to put it. Done the same again on the roof. You get plenty on these tape joints. And then I'm going to stick that bit up, centralise it, and then pull it back to the back of the roof, and then just work my way back at that. And then we're going to open the back doors and go around the metalwork as well. One thing I have forgot is those holes need to be taped up, because the carpet will just sink into them. There's a light going back in that one. So as you can see now, I've got the carpet hanging. I'll go outside. I've started, put that cut on that centre line, and I've worked my way along with a small strip there. And basically I'm just going to work my way down the back of the van now. And that's all you've got to do. When you get to a spotlight, you've got to feel the wire, put a nick in it. You can see there's a spotlight around the back there. Put the nick in, and then pull your wires through, keep going, just work your way back. You continue spraying your carpet. Obviously spraying your ceiling as well. Bear in mind, I've got the door wide open here. If you're doing this in a closed van, make sure you've got a mask on because it's proper fumey. You get some serious fumes off it. You can see all the danger signs on there. Yeah, so just keep doing that, working your way back, smoothing it out, and you'll get smooth finishes underneath here. You can see I've worked my way around that pillar, I've smoothed it over the top of it, round there. Smooth that. I'll come back to that bit and pull that down, smooth that out in a minute. Not sprayed it yet. Just keep working your way back. Now you can see I've just cut, put the spotlights through, I'll neaten them up again in a minute. Jobs are good. There you go, folks. Just keep smoothing out, working your way back, cutting your spotlights out as you go. Bit of an imperfection now. Smooth that out. There you go. Just keep smoothing, basically, just keep pushing along with the back of your hand like that. Pushing away. Working your way along, nice and steady, slowly does it. If you get any little ripples, just peel it back. Go again, stretch it out. So if you just cut it around your door, like that, and then you can basically pop the trim back on like that, and you get a neat finish. Work your way around like that. That's what you should end up with. So we'll fold that underneath the bulkhead lining when we're finished. Nice and neat. So that's the ceiling all done. All carpeted. Notice how I've stretched it round the pillar there. I'll cut that middle light out in a minute. obviously that line where it's carpeted up to gets covered over by the boards that go around the windows. Now we've just cut a piece in order to do these B pillars. Obviously I've taped it all up, removed the rubber, and there's the piece to go on it. Spray both sides. Don't be scared of using plenty of this glue. I don't know what you'd rather have, whether you'd rather pay out for another couple cans of glue or have your carpet start peeling off. I know which one I prefer. Just get plenty of glue on and then move on to the next one again. Taped it up so we don't get any spray anywhere that we don't want. Just work your way around it. And there you go, there's one B pillar covered. Obviously we had to build up the plywood, pack it out at the top where the B pillar comes in and out. There's a little groove there where you pack it out, and then at the bottom. And there you go, everything that needs carpet has now had carpets. Ceiling, B pillars, and also the pillars that go around the back door. Obviously we finished at the top there, so they will need to be spliced in. So again, a good short Stanley knife, stretch it round them pillars down to the floor, you'll get a good finish. Alright folks, that's this video all done and dusted. Basically what we've got in there is we've got some kind of roof rack that we made ourselves. That's some unistrut, solar panel fitting, we've got cladding in the van, boarding, and then we've got auto carpet which was fitted. Hope you liked it. Anything that you thought that was perhaps not done right or not done to the way you do it, give us a comment, let us know, and we'll have a bit of a discussion. If there's anything in there that's helped you out, let us know, give us a thumbs up. Make sure you like and subscribe if you want to see any more of the videos. Appreciate it. Cheers, bye.